Hey everybody, it's Mira Jones back with a new video. Women on strike, LOL. First I want to give a big thanks to all the women who actually went to work and contributed to society, who actually made some real effort to keeping our economy going, instead of taking part in this nonsense strike. First of all, when I first heard about this, I read some article that stated that there were women who wanted to see if they could use a sick day. Well, hold on. This is a strike. The whole point of a strike is that you leave because you believe that what you provide to a group or to a company or what have you is far greater than what you're being compensated for. So instead of just asking for permission or using a get out of jail free card in a sense, you just walk out. You don't care about what happens to the entity that you just leave. You just walk out because you're on strike. You believe that what you have holds a lot of value and it needs to be respected. Women going on strike doesn't really have much of an impact. At least women going on strike for a day doesn't have a lot of impact in terms of what like for example, today's Thursday, which meant that I made it through Wednesday without facing any major troubles, at least in my general area. If any women decide to just go on strike, this even includes housewives and mothers who they want the men to do the chores. Really? Do they really think that the house is just going to fall apart if they just don't do certain things of the house? I highly doubt it. I think there are many men who are fully well and capable of preparing a meal, keeping a clean house, watching children, because men do that already. Men have done that. And so the idea that you go on a strike is to show how much you're valued, it seems more counterproductive. I think if you really want to show how much you're valued, you would double down on your work efforts. You would double down your workload. You would do a whole lot more to show that you actually have something. You have something as of great value to provide to everyone else. You don't do that by going on strike. At least if the position of let's see, how can I phrase this? If the position that you hold within a certain area is not really all that powerful and not all around really not that important. I know it's not really important. Just it seems more so trivial. If you just left, you're not really make an impact. I think if men went on a strike, let's say for about, and also this whole women going on strike for a day, to show that you're making something, you show what impact you make on society or what impact you have on the economy. If you don't spend any money, that's not really. Only if you spend money at women and this is a kicker, minority-owned businesses, because apparently minorities are just as helpless as many of the women who propose these ideas. I think men going on a strike would really, really, really send a message as to how important men are in society. What do you think is going to happen if you don't have plumbers fixing busted lines? What do you think is going to happen if you don't have road crews repairing roads? What do you think is going to happen if you don't have linemen going up in such high places with the possibility of fourth-degree burns, which consumes bone, doing their job to keep electricity running, keep the lights on? What do you think is going to happen if you have cops just decide, fuck it, our work is not greatly appreciated, we're just gonna quit? What do you think is going to happen if you have farmers or fishermen or loggers? What else? What other dangerous occupations that men by and large take a huge part of, participate a huge part in? What do you think is going to happen in society if they decide to quit? Like for me, for example, I make eyeglasses. I make eyeglass lenses. If I decide to just walk out, sure. I mean, there may be someone who can. I'm pretty sure there's someone someone else can do my job, but still, people need to see, and it's kind of important for me to go to work and provide the service that's needed for many people to actually carry out their day-to-day lives. I'm not sure what impact did these women think they were going to have on, at least on American society, or even in the global sense. What impact did they think they were going to have by just going on a strike for a day? Why just a day? Why not a week? I think if what you provide to society is of such high value that if you checked out for a week, then many people would be hurting. But I don't see that happening. I think if men checked out for maybe 2 or 3 days, not even a week, just 2 or 3 days, I think garbage is going to pile up. Things that are dangerously, things that are breaks and it can be catastrophic. They're just going to stay broken to that technician can come and fix it. I think crime is going to go up. You have cops just saying screw it, we're not going to do our job, or firemen. And yeah, there are women in these industries, but they're predominantly occupied by men. And at the same time, men have many issues that just gets pushed aside because they're not as important as women's issues. Which I don't know. I think that gives some credence to men to show how powerful they are. Maybe there's some type of thought that they're strong enough to handle their issues. So maybe society doesn't need to necessarily handle the things that men face, because they're built for it. Women, on the other hand, whether it be this quote unquote pay gap or discrimination, hurt feelings, catcalling, things like just trivial stuff. I said it's trivial stuff. They need the assistant. They need society's assistance, because. I mean, it comes off as like this: they're too weak to handle their own problems, so everyone else must do it for them. And I think the whole women going on strike thing on March 8th was more for us as a self-esteem booster. Like, oh, look at me, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna stop working to show society how important I am. When you really send a bigger message by doubling down your efforts, by working harder, by having higher output than input. While if men decide to go on strike, I think all hell would just break loose, but I think men are smart enough not to, we haven't reached a point to where we decide we're just going to check out. We're not going to do the things we need to do to keep society afloat. I don't think that men are going to do that, because they recognize that, speaking in general, they recognize how much damage would be created. Some even irreversible, and the stakes are too high, especially for children. What the services that men provide to actually protect children from the elements. I don't think men would just want to remove that protection from children, because ultimately children are the weakest members of society. Children, the invalids, the elderly, they're perhaps the disabled. They're perhaps our weakest members of society. Not women. Women are they're not necessarily our weakest members of society, but society likes. But it seems like there's narrative that needs to be pushed that women cannot provide for themselves, which some women can. But if you can't provide for yourself, at least humble yourself to those who can provide for you, and show show humility and adoration and accolades for those who actually do things that you can't do, who provide great services. And I believe, by and large, men provide great services to a society anywhere. They take certain risks because they know that if they don't take certain risks, children are going to suffer. Never mind what women are going to go through. Children are going to suffer. And they just can't let that happen. Something has to be something very dramatic. They're very traumatic, very serious for men to just say, you know what, fuck this, you know, go to Tyler Durden route, I suppose. So summing up, my opinion of the whole women going on strike on March 18th was a bunch of horse shit. That's what I saw it as being. Let's how about we show more appreciation from the men out there, who do dangerous work, who do bodily crippling work, just stuff that really can tear a person up. They still do it because they know it's not all about them. It's about the people that they provide the service for. Let's show an appreciation for them. Respect men's labor. Respect the work that they do. And furthermore, respect the women who decide to acknowledge the fact that they can't have it all. Recognize the fact they can't have it all. So they work within their means. They work within their limits. They, providing for taking care of a home should not be something that should be seen as looked down upon. If they're women who want careers, fine, but if that's a choice you make, then someone else is going to choose something differently. And there's no point in saying that they're not providing. I think women who help raise great kids are providing for society very adequately. Women taking care of kids and men protect the kids, because the children are, like I said, going back to the point I made before, children are, by and large, our most vulnerable members of society, and they must be protected. They must be protected above anyone else. And I think men do a great job in providing services that provides that protection, not just for children, but for everyone else, and as well as other men themselves. So please share your thoughts. What do you think? What do you think about the whole women going on strike thing on March 8th? I thought it was just really. I think it was just a self-esteem booster. It's a stupid one. But yeah, please share your thoughts or make a video response. Grab some complaints, send me a PM. I'll see what I can do to address them. But I'm taking a break. I got the auto drum powder dispenser came in the mail. I'm just trying to get it to work properly. I'm having some metering issues. I want to get consistent charges, so I'm gonna work on that. But thanks for watching my video. Women on strike, LOL. I'm Edward Jones, and thanks for watching.